Hey everybody, Cleanse here, and today I have a video for everybody who needs a few useful cannoning mods to help you out with cannoning or to help you out on factions, whatever. But this is going to be a cannon pack release and how to install, so all the links will be down below. First link is going to be to Adblock, because some of these sites do have ads and it's a little bit annoying. So if you're on Chrome, it'll just be like this. A little bit different for other web browsers, obviously, but might as well get Chrome because it's probably the best out there. So we just got Adblock. After you download Adblock, make sure to head over to YouTube and click this, just so that you disable it on YouTube so creators can make money. Next link is Forge, so this will be link number 2 in the description. Paste that in. And right here we're going to want to go to Minecraft versions 1.8, show all downloads, and then we need to find 1390. We want the installer, and if you're on a Mac, Universal, but this is mostly just a PC tutorial, so we're going to wait for this. Skip. Hello? Oh, so I wasn't paying attention, but it downloaded these. So we only want one of these. And now we have Forge 1.8. Let's drag that onto our desktop. And we're going to double click it. So this should open up Java. There we go. Mod System Installer. And we want to select Install Client. And make sure this is in your .minecraft folder. Should be by default. There we go. Successfully installed client profile Forge for version 1390. And let's head over to the next link. So this is a cannoning pack. It's kind of cannoning and factions. It's really helpful for cannoning because it's got schematica and some other cool features which I'll show after. But that's just a media fire. So I don't know, it's giving me ads. Just close that out after you've downloaded it. So cannoning pack 1.8, it should be a .zip. Open it up. And inside here we have the cannoning pack folder. Let's just drag that out. And make sure you have WinRAR. If you don't, it should just be WinRAR download right here, and choose obviously English or whatever language you want, but yeah, that's that. So now that we've got our cannoning pack, let's head over to the next link, which is going to be Lightloader. Paste that in. Now we have a few options here. We want the installer for Windows, so this first thing right here. And obviously if you're on Mac or Linux, then you're going to want the other platform one, but we're on Windows. So that'll take a few seconds to download. Not sure why my internet's so slow right now. Okay, so let's just drag it onto the desktop. And we're going to actually run Minecraft before we do this. So find Minecraft wherever you have it. Open it up. And edit profile, head down to your Forge 1390, the one we just downloaded, save profile, play. It'll get that all set up, which will take a little bit longer than usual. And once you've launched this, if you head over to your libraries, hold on, it's getting a little bit jumbled. Okay, so if we head over to our app data .minecraft, now we have this new folder named mods. So that's going to be where we're putting all our mods. But yeah, now we've got, as you can see, mods. These are just the regular Forge mods. So we need to add our mods into this mod folder in our .minecraft. So that's where we open up our cannoning pack and just drag this 1.8 into the mods folder. So now if you have 1.7 Forge or 1.710, whatever, you can just drag that as a 1.7.10 folder into your mods folder in .minecraft, and you'll be able to switch between like if you switch from 1.8 to 1.7, you won't have to change out the mods. So what I mean is, if you put that in there and you have a 1.7.10 Forge client, then you won't have to switch the mods in and out. But that's fine. We're using 1.8 right now, and as you can see, because we dragged it from our cannoning pack, it's now we have all these helpful mods in here, and I'll go through these in game. But I'm sure most of you guys know most of these, and they're really helpful, so I'll show those off soon, as I said. But now what we want to do is we want to open up our light loader installer. So always with exes, guys, use virus total, and this will just scan it really quick. I know this is safe because it's from light loader, but 0 out of 56, that means there's nothing wrong with it. So always get it from the light loader site. I've seen a lot of downloads on YouTube that are infected, so watch out for those. So now we can close our Chrome, double click this, run. It'll take a sec. Now here's where we have to pay a little bit more attention. So extend from 1390, the Forge version we downloaded, and it'll create this new profile that's light loader with Forge, which is awesome because that's like the two most well-known mod loaders. So you can have pretty much all the mods you'll ever need, and we'll just click OK. Successfully created. Awesome. Head over, open our Minecraft again, and edit profile. Head up a bit. Now you can see release 1.8 light loader with 1.8 Forge 1390. So that's the profile we just created, and we'll open that up. So while this is opening up, I guess I'll address the fact that I haven't uploaded for 2 weeks. I've just been really busy with school, and hopefully that'll die down a little bit, but I am in my junior year of high school, so it's a little bit rough. Lots of homework. So now we're in our Minecraft. Let's just head over to a single player server. I don't know where the hell this is. Probably the Watch's base. Yeah, that's gonna be too laggy. Okay guys, so I started a single player world up just to show off the mods. First off, as you can see in the bottom left corner of my screen, there is the armor status of what armor I'm wearing right now, so diamond, and then what I'm holding in my hand and how many of whatever I am holding in my hand, how many of that I'm holding. And as you can see, I have 1 dirt in my hand, but it says 9, so that's because I have 8 in my inventory. So it shows you how much you have, which is nice when you're doing sand walls and stuff. But with the armor, of course, it does show when your armor does get broken. You can see the durability going down and also the green line there, so that's really helpful in PvP. Next mod is Optifine. That's just a ton of options with video settings that'll basically make you not lag anymore, no matter what computer you're on. Obviously people still have potato computers, but it helps a lot with FPS. It probably doubles or triples your FPS, but that just adds all these options with animations, performance. You get all this stuff, smooth FPS, lazy chunk loading. This all helps with FPS a lot. I don't really need these, but I use Optifine anyways, because if you hit C, or I believe yeah, so C with 1.8, if you're using 1.7, I think it's control, I don't know, but that'll zoom in, so you can zoom in on players' names, which is super duper helpful in factions, and I honestly couldn't play without it. But let's head over game mode 0, why not, game mode 1, whoops, and let's check out their next mod, options, controls, lighting fixed toggle. So shout out to itsits for making this. It's super helpful. I don't think this is a default, but right now it's K for me. So oops. So let's hit K again. Back to game. And if I hit K, you'll see in the bottom left of my screen it says lighting updates are now disabled and lighting updates are enabled. So all that means is you're gonna remove a lot of lag from your game. I don't know why. I guess 1.8 you fly really fast, but pretty much if you have like a platform, you'll usually when you break like a hole in it, and just because of the lights updating, it'll lag you. But with lighting updates, it removes that lag there, and it works pretty damn well, and you can also toggle it, which is nice. So next is the really cool cannoning utilities. So let's head back over to controls, and this might be different for you guys because I've already configured mine a lot, so my my keybinds and everything might be a little bit different. But TNT breadcrumbs OpenGUI is J. So when we hit J, it might freeze us for a little bit, but it'll open up this menu right here. Now this is like one of the coolest freaking things I've seen created for cannoning other than Schematica. But pretty much, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Ace Client, where you can track the TNT and sand. This does the same thing, but it's part of Forge. So if we hit enable here, enable, I'm not the best at using this, but I know that'll turn on everything. So now if we get TNT out, and you'll know it's working if there's crumbs and frames up there. But now we can just light this off, and it shows TNT ESPs and all these red lines here, exactly where the TNT traveled to and from, and it'll do the same thing with sand, anvils, and pretty much anything that I'll shoot. So let's see if we can drop some sand. Boom, it shows exactly where the sand went. And obviously if this was shooting, which I'll try to get it to do, might be a little bit hard. No, that was like a second late. But it showed the sand line. The sand tracer would just go whoop, all the way over there. And one more thing with this that's really awesome is you can hit start recording. Now I can have my cannon. This is obviously not a cannon, but you'd be able to see what your cannon is doing, and you head back, stop recording, and then you can actually play through the recording, which is like the coolest thing ever. Also add a time till removal thing, so these lines get removed after a certain amount of time. But now, so yeah, it got removed after, I think that's 10 seconds. So now we can literally scroll through this recording. Maybe I didn't do it right. I probably didn't record it right. Oh, we have to check this display thing right there. Yeah, so you can see in the background, I'll try to make it visible, but you can see as I scroll through, the TNT is actually moving. So ideally I'd have this over here, and I'd just be able to do this. So I can literally look at exactly what happened during the time I recorded. So that's awesome. That is my favorite feature. And to disable this, we'll just uncheck all these, uncheck that, and close that. So next is Schematica. Now if you go to your controls again, you can see the default. These are the default. It's divide, subtract, multiply. Those are the default keybinds. So if we hit divide, and this is above the keypad or number keypad, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all that, it'll have divide, multiply, and subtract above. So these are some cannons I have. Obviously I have a whole list of them. If I hit the multiply, here's where we can save schematicas using this little feature. So if we had a cannon built, we'd just select it like that, type in a name, 1, 2, 3, and then hit save. And that would save everything in that box, which is super awesome because you can make a cannon, you can save it, and then when you hit subtract, or sorry, divide, you can select it, load it in. I did that earlier, that's just a fucking dirt block. But say we get like a retro cannon out here, we can literally just, and we can also, so I built this a long ass time ago and I still have it saved because of Schematica. So we can go back to subtract, move it down one, because maybe that's where we want it. Also, a bunch of options with flipping it, rotating it, which is super cool. So printer on, and we can build this thing insanely fast. Obviously some faction servers don't allow this, so be careful with printer, because that's like the one feature that's disallowed in Schematica. And if you guys want my Schematica settings, I'll show you those right now. Head over to mods, Schematica, config, printer. These are my settings. Does it really fast, so it might kick you for packets. Be careful with that, but anytime you're using frickin' printer, you'll probably get kicked for packets. So that's a very, very cool mod for cannoning. That is probably my favorite. A lot of people's favorites, because you don't have to memorize cannons, and that's kind of the key to building new cannons and making them for factions to raid people. Let's get to the next mod, which would be potion status. So if we drink a potion, it shows it in the bottom right corner. Let's get a Gapple out. So that is awesome. And the last thing up here, directional HUD, just shows you where you're pointing. All these can be configured. Mine aren't default settings, so if you guys' directional HUD or potion status are in a different spot on your screen, all you have to do is disconnect, go to mods, and head over to whatever you want to config. Head over to config, and you can change all that, which is super awesome. So let's get right into the last mod. Maybe last, I don't know. I gotta check what I have left. If we hit N, it'll toggle our map actually, and your controls might be a little bit different because mine have been configured. So map writer, we have zoom in, zoom out, and prior and next are page down and page up, which is above the up, down, left, and right arrow keys, if you guys didn't know that. But all we really need is to know the M and N. So N toggles that, toggles the view of that, and as you can see, it is a freaking dope looking minimap. And it shows you everything, and I'll show you it with a base in a second. So we'll do that right now. I think this is Nug Space or something, but as you can see, it looks dope on minimap because they have pixel art, but also you can estimate how many walls they have, etc. So that is freaking awesome and super helpful. But let's head back to this world, and if we hit M, we can head over to options. You guys might have a circular map when you start out, so just go to small map and change the circular map to false. I'm going to change it to true to show you what the circular map looks like. I don't think it looks as better personally, but that's obviously preference, so you guys can mess with that all you want. Let me check if we haven't covered anything really quick. So we covered pretty much all this. Berserk's core, that just runs armor status, directional HUD, status effect. Lunatrius core, that just runs Schematica. Map writer goes by itself. And honestly, this is the best loadout you're gonna have. Let's check our light loader. It's just Optifine, cannoning, World Edit CUI, and World Downloader. So those are the two last ones I'm going to cover. So if you're on factions, World Downloader will download 9 chunks from you, or whatever the render distance is, I'm pretty sure. So the chunk you're in, and then chunks around you. If you hit download world, you run around a bit, stop download. If I was on multiplayer, that'd work, but I'm on single player, and then it creates a single player world for you. You can head over to that. So it's pretty much the equivalent to free cam, but it's allowed on most faction servers nowadays. And the one last mod is World Edit CUI. So we're gonna actually have to head on to the server with World Edit, but your guys' colors might be a little bit different. You can change them. There's a lot of options here, and also in options controls you can edit these keybinds right here. So toggle visibility I've set as I. Obviously there's no freaking / wand. Never mind, I didn't want to forward on any servers or anything, so literally you guys have probably seen the world edit, like the boxes and everything when I select the ground. That all that is world edit CUI. You can toggle it on and off, which is nice. And that's going to be the end of the tutorial, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably be uploading tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Bye.